We live in an age of information overload. We can access the sum of human knowledge from a device in our pockets. Daniel learned thousands of years ago that this running to and fro and the increase in knowledge serves as a specific sign of the end times. We're watching the moment where God unseals the prophecy for the generation that needs it. Good day, Grace Keepers. My name is Joe, and this is Daily Dose of God. Welcome. Whew, another big one, folks. Pull up a chair, it's time to get to work. We're going to read Daniel 12, verse 4. But you, Daniel, roll up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge. The messenger instructs Daniel to secure his record by rolling up the scroll to protect the physical document and seal the words to lock their spiritual meaning. A seal guarantees the text remains unaltered for its intended recipient. God intentionally conceals the full prophetic depth of this vision from Daniel's generation, reserving the complete understanding for the exact people destined to live through these events. Generations of scholars studied these verses, while the complete picture remained safely locked away, waiting for the geopolitical alignment of Israel to fall into place. God appointed a specific hour for this seal to break by designating it for the time of the end. We are standing in that exact window of history right now. God is actively opening the text to give the church the precise clarity needed to recognize the timeline unfolding today. Look at the final phrase of the verse. The messenger tells Daniel that many will go here and there to increase knowledge. Humanity travels across the earth at unprecedented speeds. We cross oceans in hours and fly across continents in a single afternoon. People also frantically run here and there digitally. We constantly scroll, search, and consume massive amounts of information. We hold the entire database of human knowledge right in the palms of our hands. And the sheer volume of data we process multiplies at a blinding pace. God provided these two specific markers: rapid global movement and overwhelming surge of information, so the final generation would recognize their placement in prophecy. He describes a frantic, hyper-connected world to wake us up, so we realize where we are on the timeline and pay attention when the seal breaks. Daniel recorded a vision of an era defined by constant global movement and an overwhelming accumulation of information. We see this prophecy interlocking perfectly with the warnings given in the book of Revelation. Revelation 13 details a coming beast system that dictates commerce, forcing everyone to receive a mark to buy or sell anything. Executing absolute control over a global economy demands an infrastructure capable of tracking billions of daily transactions simultaneously. The unprecedented advancement Daniel foresaw provides the physical framework for this prophetic system. Total economic control requires a centralized digital network capable of replacing physical cash and localized trading. The technology running our daily lives builds this surveillance net. National digital IDs tie a person's physical identity directly to their bank accounts. Constant connectivity allows authorities to monitor every movement, all of our behavior, and all of our spending in real time. The sheer volume of data humanity currently processes acts as an engine for this grid. God placed these prophetic markers in Scripture so that we could recognize the season. Daniel identifies the rapid increase in human capability And Revelation identifies how that capability will be weaponized against the church. We're watching the timeline of Daniel converge directly with the warnings of Revelation right in front of our eyes. We are the running here and there generation. We have more information at our fingertips than anyone in history. Yet the world feels like it's fallen apart. Daniel 12:4 is a sign that shows us exactly what we're living through. You can look at the headlines yourself and see that the pieces are falling into place. Look at the shift toward a total digital grid. Governments are rolling out digital IDs and centralized digital currencies at a frantic pace. I don't know if you all have heard this, but I just heard about what's going on in Nigeria. Did you know that they made a national ID number mandatory to access money? Like I said, coming soon to a neighborhood near you. Revelation 13, 16, and 17 warns that a day is coming when everyone will be forced to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. Without the mark of the beast, you will not be able to buy or sell anything. When I see them tying a mandatory digital number to your identity and your ability to function in the economy, I see the potential for a system like that taking shape right in front of us. Once they condition the world to rely on a digital ID to survive, moving that technology onto a physical chip in the hand or the forehead is a very short step. We can easily see how this could become the mark of the beast. When you see all this taking shape, I highly recommend doing what we're doing, finding a little place out of the way to build a homestead. You know what? Don't wait. Run now. Do it now. Learn to grow your own food. Maybe get some animals. And establish a lifestyle where you're not blindsided when things get incredibly difficult. I don't have small children anymore, but if I were raising kids today, I would absolutely homeschool them. Today's schools function primarily as centers for propaganda and extreme left-wing indoctrination. You know, folks, when I was in school, my mother signed a paper to have me not included in the sex education class because of our religious beliefs. Look what they're doing now. I mean, I'm 55 years old, and we didn't even have touch-tone phones yet when I was a kid. It's crazy. The world has gone nuts. I've even seen now that they're getting the high school kids out protesting. Just nuts. If you care about their souls, keep them home. I'm just saying. My opinion, that's all. They're stripping God out of absolutely everything. I don't presume to tell anyone else how to raise their family. I just know that guiding kids to heaven requires keeping a very close watch on everything they do. Making sure that they lean heavily on God is number one. Guard their circle and keep them away from the blue-haired friends pushing a worldly agenda. Taking these practical steps is how we act on the discernment God gives us for the times we're living in. As we continue down this road back to Revelation, the progression is undeniably clear. Daniel outlined the rapid advance in knowledge, and John showed us how that knowledge builds the beast system. We're watching these scriptures converge in real time. God unsealed these warnings for our generation so we could take action. We have the discernment to see the grid forming, and He expects us to respond. The practical steps we just talked about, building your independence, protecting your family, and anchoring your home in God, they're all how we prepare. We're going to keep tracking these prophetic markers together as we move forward in our study. Tomorrow we're looking at the timeline Daniel is given when he asks how long it will be until these astonishing things are fulfilled. God answers him with specific numbers that connect straight to the book of Revelation. We are going to do the math and see exactly how those days add up. Make sure you join me for that one. Stay vigilant, stay grounded in the Word. Thank you all for being here. God bless you and yours. And I can't wait to see you here tomorrow for another dose. Have a great day, folks.